compressions in the centre of the chest. With an adult, you're going to use 2 hands for compression today. With children, you use 1 hand, and with babies, you use 2 fingers. We'll show you later on because we have the dolls of us anyway, okay? But if it gets to a baby choking, obviously, 5 back slaps, flip the baby over, and then do chest compressions. We don't do elbow thrusting or anything under 1. Okay? From birth to 4 weeks of age, what is the baby classed as? Does anyone know? Has anyone ever heard the term neonate? Neonate, that's what they're classed as, okay? They're neonates. So from 0 to 4 weeks is a neonate. From 4 weeks to 1 year is an infant. And from 1 year up then is a child paediatric. Okay? Little nice and obvious. Anything under 4 weeks, don't even attempt to put a defib on them. Okay? Because you'll absolutely cook their little hearts. Alright? But anything after that then, pads at front and back. Does anybody have any questions on any of that?
For the pregnant woman,
Yes.
You put her on her left.
Thank you very much for reminding me of the recovery position. Yeah, thanks very much for that. Good on you. Does everybody know what the recovery position is?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people sleep in the recovery position. Why is the recovery position used? 2 reasons. No. Well, that's 1. What did you say? It keeps their airway open. Because when they're on the side, you're tilting the head back. Keeps their own airway open for 1. And number 2, it's natural drainage for peas and carrots if they get sick. So that's the 2 reasons that we use the recovery position. We're rightly saying here by Beatrice, thank you very much for reminding me. All women get put on their left side. Always lie women on their left. Men can go either side because they're difficult. Sorry about that. Women can go left side only. But that's not it. First my Beatrice, that's unfair. Pregnancy. Like I said earlier on, it is very difficult sometimes to distinguish if women are pregnant. And rather than trying to distinguish that or not, the rule of thumb is we put all women on their left. The reason being is, you can see your vascular system here, right? Blood gets pumped out to the body through the aorta, and it then comes back into the body through the right atrium. One of those feeds travels along the right side of your body to come back in. If Mammy is pregnant and she's lying on her right, baby can clamp that off and stop the feed of blood going back to the heart. Cardiac arrest. Okay? That's why typically pregnant women are told to lie on their left in bed, and when they're transported, they're always on their left as well. If somebody's unresponsive and we don't know, just the general rule of thumb for women is we lie them on the left in recovery position, no matter what. Not saying that they are pregnant, but we don't know. So that's why that rule of thumb is there. Now, it won't be like instantly the second baby goes over and big man's dead. Family will feel it. But if she's unresponsive, we're not going to know that. Okay? Typically when women go to bed at night time, if anyone can grim as children, if you're lying on your right side for a long time, you might feel that uncomfortableness, and then it obviously starts with a bit of pain. Obviously you're going to reposition yourself. But if you're unresponsive, you're not going to be able to do that because you're unresponsive. Okay? Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of that? No? There's nothing else here, isn't there?
Not that I can think of, no?
That's it, yeah. Okay, so guys, that is the recap done. Is there anything anyone wants to ask me? Because remember, this afternoon is practicals and exam. There's no more recapping of anything else. Does anybody want to ask any questions about medical conditions, anything like that? Now's your time.
Can you get stroke from heart problems?
It depends on the cause of the heart problems. If people are known to have clotting and stuff like that, they're higher risk of it, but definitely for them, they're put aspirin.
See when it says you remove every event for your patches and then
Pads, yeah.
yeah. I don't know what medication is controlling someone like that.
Insulin pumps.
No, I think it's because this is something.
Yeah.
It has all it's just
Yeah.
remove that you don't take it down.
Insulin pumps are fine, typically down here in the waist area. Yeah, that's fine. Same with the, what are they called? The lever. Has anyone seen that for diabetics where they have a little implant on their arm and they can just check their phones with them? They're fine. We leave all them in place. Absolutely, because we don't know ripping any of that stuff. They'll say about insulin pumps, don't touch any of that. It's literally just a torso region here. Okay? Like that, good question, because you're thinking outside the box, do you know what I mean? Because remember, the next time you do any of these skills, guys, I'm not going to be there to hold your hand. And you're going to have to think on the fly. As I said to my group that I had for the last couple of days, is that if you go to work in a hospital, you're probably not going to worry about any of this. Because if anything goes south, you're the last person, they're probably after the janitor before the last few of them, alright? Because in the hospital, it's set that doctors have to be there, the resource teams, trauma teams, and then the janitor's brought in to clean up the mess that's left. That's the truth, okay? In the residential setting, however, guys, it will be completely on you. It's completely the opposite. HCAs in the residential setting in care homes, if there's not an on-site nurse 24/7, which predominantly there's not, it's down to you day to day. And like this stuff can happen like that. The one big thing about care homes, guys, is that, like, you know, as a point to be fair, I said to my group, I don't work with the because you never know what they're going to come out with. It's just, it's mad. Care homes you go into, like, it's literally, it's like watching a play school sometimes. It's absolutely amazing to watch. It is, absolutely. But the amount of problems that happen from it, falls, trips, slips, illnesses, Gansey load of medication, Gansey load of pre-medical conditions, and that all has to be managed on the day-to-day with you guys. So this is the kind of stuff you see day-to-day and be able to differentiate what's going on. Because you're not going to be able to go and grab care plans and go grab this and go grab that. It happens right in front of you. You need to be able to think straight on the fly. Okay? Is there anything else anybody wants to ask?
Say it's like going into an accident,
Yeah.
and that takes a child, and there's no parents to
Call for an ambulance
and
and just put them in a recovery position and wait for help. Yeah. It's the best you can do. Ever hear she asked? If you have a child that goes into anaphylaxis and you don't have a pen, there's no parent around, what do you do? Go in a recovery position, get prepared to resuscitate the ambulance and you get there quick enough. Because like I showed you in my group with the pictures, you see what the face of the deal, what happens. His tongue swelling, closing off the airway, and the airway is gone, and not breathing, they're unresponsive. CPR. Say again? Get in trouble for? No, doctor. We had talked about this last night. You talking about the job in town? Yeah. So legislation changed after that incident, okay? But no, as a member of the public, you can't typically walk in and get medication for somebody else. No. That mother, that circumstance is a different ballgame. That was a mess up. There's a lot of problems with that situation, okay? But remember, as a HCA in a care home, you have absolutely no right to go over the medication cabinet, because even though you might think you know what's going on, you can't physically go and take that medication and give it to somebody. Okay? It's just one of those things, because you're only allowed to use or do until you are trained. But it is a question, to be fair. I know emotions sometimes get the better of us, especially when we're all in healthcare. We have a massive empathy involved in our body, but we want to help people. But it's one of those things, you know, the longevity of it is that it's your career you're talking about. Anybody else? Medical conditions? Anyone have here all the medical conditions? Is everybody having musculoskeletal, fractures, dislocations, sprains, strains, hemorrhage control, bleeds? Everybody having all that stuff? Sickle cell, yeah, myself and Kira delivered that, didn't we? Did you deliver that as well, Kira? Yeah. Sickle cell is massive. I put it, it's not part of the fire course, but I bang it in right now because, as I said, the university is going to be open up in Ireland, to be fair. I'm working in London, where, believe it or not, they said in 5 years' time that white people are actually going to be the minority in London. That's how diverse London is, where I am. So, that show you the ethnic minority. They're trying their very best to get stuff in here, but they're also, as well, they're very conscious about not overloading people too. That's the problem that, you know, it is meant to be first aid. We're teaching people about serious underlying conditions and stuff, you know. But yeah, look, I cover it out here, and it's not on the remit in the course, so it's not part of the safe tech remit. I just did it for more for awareness thing. Same for the likes of Group and Strider, they're all giving them up and enjoy this, follow them up, and you can find this stuff as well on the daily. Anybody else? Everybody's happy there, satisfied? Okay, right guys, go get your lunch then if you don't mind. Come back to us at 12:30, please.